Good hot morning to you. It's Bob Chu again from Stuart and Isla Boat Works with another latest launch. 27 gorgeous Stuart. This boat is ice blue, white deck cap, ice blue cockpit, white console, ice blue underside hardtop, white top side of the second station. Absolutely another knockout boat. It is a flush floor model. I'll get into some of the details of that here in a minute, but it's got the faux teak that we're becoming quite well known for. Custom anchor chock integrated into the faux teak tow rail. This particular boat has the upgraded upholstery with a 360-degree combing pad. Very cool white textured pipework for the hardtop and second station. This is just the second boat for us with this new helm for the second station. Very cool, kind of old sport fishy like. As I stand here looking behind the cameraman, I can see a couple game fishermen and a Garlington and so forth, and they have a very similar helm pod, thus the design impetus for that particular helm. Beautiful boat. This owner is having a bigger custom sport fish boat built to match this boat in terms of colors and general look. So the flush floor here, what you will see shortly, I'll take a picture of it later back at the shop, but this boat is getting two frigid rigid coolers forward here, going to come in on an angle, and then a removable table that is very cool. The whole arrangement kind of came flowing from, okay, what are we going to do in the bow? And the frigid rigids, they wanted to be able to get all the way forward here for retrieving the bow line, anchor, so forth, casting, throwing cast nets, whatever that application is for them. But they wanted seating here as well. So you'll see how those frigid rigids work really pretty cool. And thus the full combing pad as well, at least here, justifying it so that you can lean back on those frigid rigid coolers. There are different ways of handling this hatch relative to the coolers. You'll see that the coolers will sit over these corners, and initially we were going to hinge the lid in half, have it open this direction for you to put fish in, and then this half here would be permanently sealed. And that would all make sense, but at the last minute, the customer decided that he'd rather just have it traditional, and he'll move the coolers out of the way for the few times he anticipates getting down into the, our massive fish box below. So yeah, kind of a totally different design, really cool, well thought out, and I'll show you a picture of it in this video. So if you follow our boats, you know that a lot of our boats don't get any head inside the console, even though there's plenty of space and there's 5'4" headroom. But on occasion we do. And this particular boat does have a marine head. And as you can see, there's plenty of room for the marine head, plus the 6-drawer tackle center that's on the other side of the console that protrudes into the console. This boat also has a substantial stereo system, 2 amps, a charger, of course, our normal 3 Group 31 batteries, phone charger in here, and so forth. But plenty of room for that head. Moving aft here to the helm. You've seen these videos, you've seen these beautiful helm layouts before. 2 16-inch Garmins. Garmin external speaker for the VHF, which is down below the door here. Yamaha 5-inch gauge, Fusion stereo head, autopilot. It's the Yamaha autopilot with the integrated steering Yamahas. Power start and stops, Lenco trim tab switch with indicator lights. Yamaha joystick called the full maneuverability package, and an ACR remote control spotlight on the forward edge of the hardtop. So before we go to the second station, I don't want to overlook the beautiful pod, of course, and black Edson wheel, just knockout. I was going to overlook it, but how can you? Anyway, this is the way to the second station. This boat is missing some marine mat or sea deck. This boat, I believe, is getting marine mat. There will be a step here. We changed the switch panel for the C-Zone digital switching so that it's now vertical as opposed to horizontal to allow more foot room. Boom. And then right up into the second station. So now that we're up on the second station, we do slowly evolve our boats, subtle changes. I talked about the helm pod being a fairly significant change for the look of the boat. It's also functionality. Now I have a 12-inch Garmin up here, phone charger, the Yamaha 5-inch gauge, Lenco trim tab with indicators, start, stop, power, kill switch, everything here on the second station, as well as binnacle, Edson wheel. And of course the Edson wheel has an angle now, which it previously did not have as well. And on this boat, it came far enough back that we had room for the spotlight. Future boats, this will be a little bit further forward, and we'd probably go with a light bar, but it's, you know, customer's request, obviously. Other thing we did was we took the belly band and we brought it in just a smidge with the aluminum, and then we went with a little bit thicker cushion so that if it's rough, you're making contact with the cushion before you're making contact with the acrylic frame on the sliding cutout door. Cool touch, 18-inch gem carbon outriggers, really nice, clean, easy to use. So you know what they say, if something's not broken, why would you fix it? The stern, the cockpit, the functional fishing area of the boat, you've seen this on several boats. The ubiquitous leaning post live well, 40-gallon leaning post live well, rod holders, cup holders, little rigging tray, storage below here, 2 individual footrests, jump to the stern seat, foldable, removable, drops down, backrest removable, saltwater wash down on a hose bar, freshwater wash down on a hose bar, just predictable, simple, clean. A few other items, reverso flush out system up underneath the gunnel, electric reel outlets. On this boat they happen to be amidships, that's where the customer wanted them. These are actually also 0-degree swivel rod base rod holders right next to the electric reel outlets. Removable backrests, so you have 4 rod holders across the back. You know, there's 1 shotgun rod holder on the transom for that long line when you're trolling to the Bahamas looking for tuna. Digital electric steering. This happens to be the bolt-on version because the integrated version wasn't available when these motors were delivered to us. But it's the exact same steering, it's just not in a cylinder. Twin 300s, you know, I'm always in that quandary talking to customers, but we're doing more and more and more twin 300s. I still see the justification for twin 200s, but either way, the boat just performs wonderfully. If you have interest in a cool boat like this or anything, a variation of this, give me a call, Bob Chu, Stuart Boat Works in Stuart, Florida. Thanks for watching.